coming. All right, back to the playoffs in the NBA. Game 3 in Boston. Kyrie back in the building. He expected them to boo him, and they obliged. Early on, James Harden got a beard like a billy goat. Step back 3. Joe Harris, corner 3. It's 19-4, and everybody on Twitter was writing the obit of the Celtics. But put your phone down. Jason Tatum. My goodness, this man is a ruthless scorer. It's a 2-point game. Just like the Clips, they erased all of it, and by the end of the first, they got the lead. First 4 minutes, awful. Next 8 minutes, a lot better. Late second, great ball movement. Tatum, Harden. How can you let him have that look? 41-10. Now it's a 5-point game, under a minute. Again, it's Tatum. Half 100. What a ruthless score. Some love from Deuce afterwards. He's going to love Pops no matter what he did. But man, Daddy was good. For the 4th time in his past 22 games, he's dropped 50 points, which matches Larry Bird's total across 13 legendary seasons, for the most by any player in the storied history of the Celtics franchise. And he's done it in every possible manner. 2 in the regular season, 1 in the play-in tournament, and now 1 in the playoffs in a game they absolutely had to have or they'd be down 0-3. Tatum on the historic performance.
Probably was good for us, just because, especially in the last game, game 2, we played so well that just a reminder that things aren't going to be so easy.
Similar script here, except the team that's up 2-0 is now home. That's Dallas. Luka and Kawhi going head-to-head, and Luka on fire! He was clowning, smiling, hitting. Are you going to put Zubats on me? 11 in the first 3 minutes, ties him for the most by a player in the last 23 seasons. Mavericks up by as many as 19. One billionaire happy, the other not so much. But this Clipper team, they find their resolve and they find solid footing. Paul George hits the 3. Kawhi. Man, he had such a big night. And it's a 3-point deficit after the first, after it looked like they were going to get dump trucked. George, Splappa, Kawhi. They were 4 of 6 from beyond the arc in the first half. Then George, step back. At 19-point deficit, yeah, it's now a 3-point lead. Now it's 1. Make it 3. Leonard and George, 18 of 22 shooting in the first half. Highest percentage in any half as teammates. They should play together more, Steve. It works out well when they do. Clippers with the lead. Luka in the 4th down. Off the miss, put back. 3-point deficit. Ensuing possession. Kawhi. Yeah, how's that eye full of 3 feel?
Moments of the game of the Clippers making sure that multiple guys touch the basketball, and then the Dallas Mavericks just really doing a poor job defensively communicating when they were scrambling around out of those double teams and out of the pressure they were putting on Kawhi Leonard. So give the Clippers a lot of credit. They played with a lot of poise. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, the box scores speak for themselves tomorrow. If you didn't see the game, you could pick it up and realize, yep, those guys played pretty darn well. But for me, Rajon Rondo was a guy that had his fingerprints all over this game. He also guarded Luka Doncic very effectively in the 4th quarter of this game. That might be something to look at going forward. More Rondo on the court, more minutes when Doncic is, and putting him out there to pester him and harass him and bother him. Their offense completely bogs down if Luka Doncic doesn't have the basketball. I think the Clippers found something defensively in the second half of this game that they're going to use going forward. Let's see what adjustments Dallas can make now.
I thought the Mavs helped him too early. Like they got shot happy quick. And I get it. You're trying to bury him, but they allowed the Clippers to creep back in it in a hurry. And as we saw, they had the lead by the half. Now look, it's just one win, and Luka did have 44. But if you're giving me a snapshot of what you think happens by the end of this series, what are you looking at? Which team you like?
I think Dallas wins the series if something very important happens. They cannot be this one-dimensional offensively. If you take a look at the second half of this game, the way that guys catch it and immediately their eyes start going back, where's Luka, trying to get the ball back to him. You've got to get more out of Kristaps Porzingis, and just throwing him the ball for these elbow post-ups and 20-foot post-ups. There's got to be something more creative to get him the ball in spots where he can be effective. Josh Richardson is a guy that I think needs to get more involved. Hardaway didn't have a very good shooting night, but he also didn't get very many touches. They were very sporadic and spread out. The only other guy, to me, besides Doncic, that looked like he was in rhythm was Jalen Brunson. That looked like a normal night for Brunson. Those other guys, it was so few and far between their decent opportunities. At times, I forgot they were even in the game. Dallas has to do a better job. This is not going to be Luka Doncic beating this team by himself. If they make that adjustment, get better balance, I think they can win Game 4 and take command of this series.
Look forward to this time of the year all year long. A chance to talk playoff basketball with you, Tim. We're just in the first round, so we got a lot of it to come, and I look forward to it. Thank you.
Me too, Scott.
Still to come. Stephen A. will join the show from Atlanta. His thoughts on Trae Young and just how poor his Knicks are shooting in this series. Plus, a closer look at the masterpiece from Jason Tatum as Rachel Nichols will join us from Boston. That building will be full come Sunday. And Game 7, Vegas, highlights of the Wild and the Golden Knights fighting for a spot in the second round of the Stanley Cup.